Hello YouTube, Cal Dallas Gamer here with another Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate. And lately I've been having some issues with my computer. I'm honestly upset because one time I was recording and for some reason the recording didn't save, like there was something wrong with the computer. It keep popping out notification and I got super upset because when it comes to recording, I had to like think what I'm gonna say, and I took a lot of thought into it. So yeah, that's what kind of upset me. But anyway, to the subject of the game, what I want to discuss is basically advice, what I strongly recommend of how to play this game and how to experience this game very smoothly. In my other video, I talked about how you should get the Calidus Assassin. And in my opinion, again, my opinion, I'm not telling you how to play this game, but these are advices that I strongly recommend. The Calidus Assassin is a must pick for early game because of the way she works. And of course, if you've seen my short video and previous video of this game, the Calidus Assassin could infiltrate, go behind enemy lines, and as long as you're in the fog of war, like in the shadows, and the Calidus Assassin is infiltrated, you could shoot the enemy all together because the enemy tends to clump up in the fog of war. And I feel like the developers they did this on purpose for the Calidus Assassin. And I promise you, you'll get tons of multi kills. But this is only in early game because in early game all you face is basic plague marines and cultists. Both plague marines and cultists, the basic ones of the plague marines, they have very low health, low enough for the Kali Assassin with her default weapons to take them out, all of them. So, if you see my videos, in matter of fact, I think I showcase here in this footage. As long as the enemies are clubbed up together, the Kali Assassin could absolutely take them out with her pistol. But in the very beginning, before you take a shot, use the immobilization. Why I say that is because in the fog of war, as I stated, the enemies they tend to club up together. Once you shoot, she automatically uninfiltrate herself or undisguise herself basically. And right then and there, that's when the enemies are no longer in the fog of war. They're in the light and they're exposed. Once they're exposed, you'll see this commonly small little cinematic theme where the enemies react to you, and from there they tend to scatter. If you shoot with the immobilization ability, but keep in mind that's like once every 5 turns, but the Kali Assassin, she has a special passive ability where as long as you keep killing, those turns automatically resets. So yeah, keep that in mind. So basically what I'm saying is this: when the Kali Assassin is in position in the fog of war, before you take the first shot, equip the immobilization ability, and once you take that shot, all the enemies they cannot move. I repeat, they cannot move. So they're basically stuck in the clustered positioning. And the Kala Assassin, her action point resets, allowing her to do another action point for she could take. So in other words, you could keep shooting them until they're all dead. And usually the plague marines, usually they all die when you do like 2 or 3 shots. It's mostly two, like 3 shots in total, because the immobilization ability counts, and once they're in the light, your Kali assassin gets reset action points, and then bam, another two, and bam, they're dead. And once they're dead, all your abilities gets reset because that's the Kali assassin's special ability. Anyway, reason why I'm saying that is because again, the Calidus assassin, she is fantastic in the early game, and you could keep choosing it until you reach mid game, and then mid game that's when you start fighting tougher enemies. And this is where I want to talk about the Vindicare assassin. So guys, in this footage right here, the Vindicare assassin is equipped with a tier 3 sniper rifle. Now, in the very beginning, all the assassins they're sort of good, but in my opinion, the Calidus Assassin is a must pick for early game. Once you reach mid game and late game, you want to pick up the other assassins. My strongest advice is basically upgrade the assassin's armory to the fullest tier, which is tier 3, fast and first priority as soon as possible. The first upgrade costs like three records. No, yeah, no, I think it's two requisition point or one requisition point. So the first one is dirt cheap. It's like two or three requisition point, and then the second time you upgrade it, it costs five requisition point, and the final upgrade is 10 requisition point. And you unlock those. You get the chance to upgrade those armory whenever you talk to the chapter master of the Grey Knights. So, like I said, soon as possible. So by the fourth or third time you talk to the chapter master of the Grey Knights, immediately upgrade the assassin's armory, and from there, that's it. Like, there's no more upgrades, and you get everything that the assassin needs. The Vindicare assassin, he's kind of weird. He's basically a unit that relies more on his war gear than his special ability. I repeat, he's an assassin that relies more on his war gear than his special ability. The Calidus assassin, she is overpowered because of her default stuff that she gets in the very beginning, and it lets you slaughter enemy like a one man, or should I say one woman, army in early games. But the Vindicare Assassin, he scales with his war gear. So the first war gear you really want to get for him is his tier 3 Shadow Walker or Shadow Fire. It's Shadow something. It's something with the name Shadow something. But his sniper rifle, tier 3 sniper rifle, it is fantastic once you give it to him. Because once you give it to him, his range attack doubles or almost double, because his default range is around 12. When you give him his tier 3 sniper rifle, it's his range is 20, almost doubling like his range to attack his enemies. On top of that, it's the damage that's increased and his ammunition increase, which, by the way, the tier 3 sniper rifle is upgradable, so it gets even better in late game. On top of that, his tier 3 sniper rifle does this passive ability called auto fire. Basically, when one of your friendly units shoots an enemy, your Vindicare Assassin automatically, I repeat, automatically shoots at that enemy as long as it's in line of sight and he has ammo in his sniper rifle. So, yeah, the Vindicare Assassin scales fantastically as long as you give him the right war gear. And there is a Skin body glove war gear for him to improve his survivability, both stealth and health. And he regenerates health. But of course, that's the armor itself if you give it to him. And sadly, those armor, they're locked behind tier 3, which is why I'm saying this, and I'll say it again. Unlock the, basically upgrade the assassin armory to the highest tier soon as possible. Once you do, every other assassins, their war gear, you're gonna unlock their war gear, and they're gonna scale fantastically, and they're gonna level up very quickly as long as you give them those war gear. But yeah, they're very quick. So my biggest advice is this: get the Calidus assassin first, and then upgrade the assassin war gear soon as possible to its highest fullest, and from there, use whatever requisition points you want. Unlock the Vindicare, the Eversor, the Calexis. I strongly recommend unlock all the assassins because in this game you only get one of each assassin, and this game rewards you to keep them alive. So that being said, yeah, just get all the assassins after that, and from there, basically do whatever you want. Yeah, this video is basically me giving you guys advice, but my advice for the Vindicare Assassin is simple: upgrade the Assassin Armory to tier 3, and then get his tier 3 sniper rifle, the Shadow something, and I promise you, he will scale fantastically into mid and late game. And of course, to improve its survivability, because like I said, this game rewards you to keep your units alive. I repeat, keep your units alive. Because if you lose your Vindicare Assassin, you're gonna have to buy another one, and the when you buy another assassin to replace the one that got killed, it's gonna start all over again his level up system. So he's gonna be like back to level 1 or level 2. So yeah, keep your assassin alive and give them the best war gear for they could scale fantastically. The Cowley assassin, for some reason, some of her war gear is awesome, but for some reason her default is still awesome in early game, and I feel like she's OP in early game. But once you get into late game and start finding like higher difficult enemies, that's where she starts to lose her value. Every other assassins they scale fantastically, both Evisor and especially the Calexis assassin. The Calexis assassin, she is fantastic against demons and high health enemies, and in my opinion, she's a must pick. And you must like level her up as fast as possible because she really does scale amazing in late game. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna end it here. In my next video, I'm gonna talk about the Episode and then eventually the Calexis. And after that, I'm gonna talk about the sub classes of the Grey Knights, such as the Paladin, Purifier, the Chaplain, and Librarian. Originally, I do like the Purifier because of lore wise, because I love how the Purifiers they're like a subsection of the Grey Knights that are even more secretive, and because their souls are very pure and incorruptible, their souls literally burn the hell out of demons, and I like that lore wise. But for some reason, because I'm playing this game, I also got into paladins because the paladin lore is just as equally badass as the purifiers. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end it here, and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and please leave a comment down in the comment section below. I love to hear your thoughts, and I promise I'll reply them. Thank you guys for watching. Kyle Dallas Gamer over and out.